my point is, Scylla has been so important in these kills. Everything that Alexim has been doing this game has allowed Barrage to be successful.
And he actually has one of the lower damage numbers on his team now, given those they're all within 600 of each other right now. But he hasn't been poking. It's just been, when his damage hits, it is for guaranteed confirmed kills. Even there at the gold period, you saw he holds on a monster because he recognized the health that Hydra was at once Najah took him to the sky. He just throws a crush, finishes him off there, then has Amma Monster to secure the Gold Fury as Rival try and contest it.
Exactly, deciding, trying to find out in an instant which target is more important, whether it's the kill or whether it's the kill on the player or the kill on the objective. Very, very quick thinking needed. Alexim definitely on his A game today here. 6 kills, no one even close. The next highest is 3. The enemy jungler hiding.
Enemy missing that. Be careful.
Right over a Sentry Reward. And Headhunter says, no thank you. I'm not going to deal with this. Although honestly, they could have looked to kind of counter engage there.
The rest of Rival started to shade over.
I mean, Thor Athena,
be careful left.
Yourself. Watson, though, going to try and steal this away. Should be able to secure it. And there it is. Gnome watches as Watson
Dodge this! A mighty sword!
Uncontested. He just
You
looks
have
him in
been
the face.
I like how Watson just sat there. And like, Vamana's gonna keep, doing it. Watson was like, I know exactly how much damage my abilities do. Bring it into kill range, please.
Watson just dashes Gnome's knockup right there. Just perfectly timed. Not only avoids the
Your left
knockup,
tower is under
but gets
attack.
the damage off too. That's crazy. You don't see that too often.
No.
That was really well timed.
Yeah, I mean, we warned you about this Watson guy. He's definitely not something he's been streaming lately as well.
Really?
Yeah, he has been
Be right back.
I'll find out to
so
give him proper
I'll
counter. It's a little bit complicated. But Watson has been streaming. It's good to see these console guys start to stream.
Your right tower is
He's
under
going to be
attack.
proxy waving. This is the Omega strat right here. Although Baskin has taken it over since. But he's still the wave up, so it's a little bit awkward. He'll
Be careful
fine.
left.
Yeah, he's still able to find it.
Tier 1 and mid down, so Rival gonna have to play pretty defensively. Honestly, this isn't too bad right now for Rival. Obviously, they're down in kills. All the momentum is, in favor of Barrage right now, but it's only a 3K deficit. A lot of that because they were able to sneak away that Gold Fury earlier on.
And the response kills as well. The response kills as well. We've seen Team Rival, like you said, they're 11 to 5, but those 5 kills have come off of not necessarily the picks by themselves, but as a response into the team fight. So Team Rival, certainly not out of it, definitely very, very relevant. And as we said, this team has been wildly successful in the past.
Be careful.
All right, you ready for it? You ready for it? Watson's Twitch is twitch.tv/XXX. Watson with a 4
An enemy.
and a 0.
Nice job.
XXX.
Alright, if he doesn't think he has less than 1,000 followers, he needs to rename that.
It's tough.
He needs to rename that. No one's gonna remember that. Ever.
Well, he's Watson_Smite on Twitter, so that's a little bit easier. And
Give him a follow if you're watching.
yeah, no,
deserves it.
he's been a lot of fun to watch, and like I said,
so
the
I'll
real
be
beauty,
back
the real fun that I've had with the SCL is knowing the people and the personalities themselves, watching them stream, watching them on Twitter. I think that there's a lot of personality in this scene, and I'm very excited to just get qualified in the league, and that is what I'm most excited about.
We've seen Barrage and Rival,
You have
obviously
been
kind of how
slain.
these other teams stack
Yeah.
up. And when they get regular
Interesting
competition
choice.
against these two squads, how can they improve? That's the biggest thing.
That's the
so
key, because
I'll
you
be
mentioned like
back in a
Watson has been very, very good. We're seeing Gnome improve. I mean, he gets 3 games, he gets 2 games guaranteed, maybe 3 games in a row against Watson every week. So in lane, that's going to help out, etc. Oz going to use the pull and get Zenborn, and a lot of damage on her support. Doesn't matter how you're building Zenborn, you're going to go down
careful,
here. 3 deaths for the Athena. Duran gets credit for that.
Gnome's teleported in, but the rest of his team is kind of on the wrong side. They were actually scared of the crush, and here comes a counter
ally
teleport
has
by
been
Watson.
slain.
Gnome on the wrong side of this. Hydra coming crashing down, trying to peel for a soul inner, but once again, they're on different pages. Gnome goes forward. He's forced back. Neathero, though, not going to find the stun. CC immunity still through, and a beautiful walk out by Hydra to stop Barrage in their tracks, but their tracks are right in front of the Gold Fury.
Yeah, the ultimate on a Hydra, very important to save his team, but no more bullets left in the gun to save the Gold Fury. Very close.
I thought he had it. I was like, that timing is perfect, but
Just
not
a hair too
enough.
late.
They're going to lose the Gold Fury, Rival that is. However, Successful split push by Headhunter. Finds him a tier 1 in mid. Maybe a blue buff, although I don't think
Reincarnation is a wonderful
Okay.
gift.
Did it secure it? So nice steal coming out from Headhunter. Finding some stuff.
Yeah,
some stuff
some
after they lost the stuff. You found the stuff after they lost the stuff, as Epta would say.
No, that's not
That's
what
exactly
I would
what I've heard that. I've heard you say it just the other day, right? It's like you say that every time. You say like, Zapman's the worst player ever, and they gotta get the stuff after they don't get the stuff.
I'm gonna leave you to solo.
No.
You're gonna be stuck here
All
for
right,
the whole
Watson's getting chased under the tower
That's
right now.
too bad.
Tanking it up,
Oh,
trying
the
to split push, but
response.
Alexa, he's rotated it, and it's gonna be
What's this?
Oh,
Let me fix
like
that
it actually
face.
fell. And left-hand side, Gerard winning the 1v1. Hydra trying to get to the sky, just barely.
Very rough stuff from the tower. He had to have known that there was help
I'm
coming.
building
The other side of the map, though,
stacks.
quite a different story. Headhunter doing exactly what his name says. Picking up 2, and then a tier 2.
That's too bad.
Now it's coming in for Team Rival by way of
You have been
fights
slain.
and objectives. Duran able to take out this tier 2 as well, along with his support, but Rival, again, find some response to the enemy's pickup.
This is really good, right? Even if they don't get this Phoenix, when you're behind, what you
Enemies
want to do
incoming!
is make
Enemies
even
incoming!
trades with the opponent, right? If they get a Gold Fury, you take 2 towers and their buffs, right? If they get a Fire Giant, you split push a Phoenix. It's hard. It's really hard.
Real
though.
tough.
It takes commitment to calls. It takes the
An
ability to
ally
recognize
has
when
been
players are
slain.
rotating and when to back off.
Right.
But doing that means that the later this game goes, the less of a lead that
Your
Barrage
right
can
tower is under
potentially
attack.
gain.
Yeah, exactly. It's just you're stripping things off of the map to prevent the enemy from capitalizing where they otherwise might. 23 minutes on the clock. Altogether, we've got 20 kills, 12 of them going the way of Barrage, 8 in red, and 2,400
An ally
gold
has been slain.
sneaking the
Your
way of
right tower is under attack.
Look how close it is, right? Like I said, Barrage, we have the momentum. They've been the ones being aggressive. They've been the ones being
Let me fix that face.
They found it.
An enemy has been slain.
Really not that much.
Nothing has been free.
A mighty sword.
Yeah.
Every single advantage, every single objective by the Barrage
Okay.
has been able to achieve. They've had to pay
You
Rama.
have slain an enemy.
Starbright.
It's on the story. It's been impactful.
Get
He
off
hasn't
of
been in every
them.
single engagement, especially in the last one.
An ally has been slain.
Out. They've been all over the place, but at the end of the day, they've been very
That's
focused.
too bad.
We're seeing a lot
Yes.
of focused, whether it's attacks on objectives or players, everybody sort of being in a spotlight. Hydra's going to miss the ultimate. The Mez will be good, but not good enough to secure the double tap. And now the face-off between Headhunter and Jiran. Basic attacker Apollo losing to ability-based Neath for the sky, looking
can't
for
win.
the kill. Initially wanted to look for the kill, but as soon as Ares showed up,
He couldn't land. Jiran there might have been able to win that fight if he actually looks to fire the ultimate, but a little bit scared about charging it up because it basically guaranteed that Headhunter hit his autos.
Yep.
And if honestly, with that golden bow or throwing dagger, I mean, 10%. All he
Enemies
needs is one
incoming
crit,
right.
and, I
Okay.
mean, he's dead.
I mean,
Jiran dies.
Apollo wins that boxing match 12 times out of 10 anyway. just
That's
because
too
of
bad.
audacity. He's not going
Take
to
this from the
be able to use audacity to get out of that.
Okay.
Smoking head on it. There's a Vamana here, but ultimately won't be able to help out Barrage.
Yeah.
Ultimate coming
An
out
ally
from the
has
big
been
baby.
slain.
Curse used. No, I'm not going to be able to heal up, but the rest of Barrage not in a position to try and follow up. Oh, walled away from his team, but not too worried about it. You can see the double tap kind of tickling him there. He has a lot of physical protection, not only the breastplate, but also has picked up the sovereignty as well. Later in the match,
Enemies
Or
incoming
the matchup
right.
in the Thor, actually.
very early too. That was the
Yeah.
third item match, I believe. Yes, so very.
An
safe.
ally has been
right, He has
slain.
a 16 unit ult, but he was still really worried about getting full comboed because I think he got full comboed once, and then he was like, never again.
Right, because there's just so many tools on the side of Barrage to ensure that you get wombo combo. I was going to go ahead and use one of them directly onto a target. Sanctuary will help out, and the Shell will make sure that Zenborn doesn't find him dead. Very well played by the guys on Team Rival, but either way, kill or not, doesn't quite matter. You're able to just
An
push up
enemy
and down.
has been slain.
No one on rival.
Killing spree.
Hydra looking on the side.
An enemy has
He'll be
been
able to set up
slain.
any kills, unless I mean Hydra can get a decent amount of damage. Actually, no. Watson staying by himself, and Atonement over the wall. Apollo comes crashing down, and now Rival. They're surging forward. They found two so far. Crush just to slow the opposition, but in range of the taunt is Lycan, and the teleport from Hydra with the hammer. Beautiful wall, and that's going to be 3 kills the way of Rival. Barrage, they get the... They get the tower, but they get
Look how quick Rival turn their heads onto the Fire Giant. Barrage stay a little bit too long, and it opens the window for Rival to go ahead. Not just kill the players, but kill the objectives as well. First Fire Giant of the game goes the way to Team Rival, and it brings them in striking distance, 3,000 gold down. But with the Fire Giant, you could pretty much... you could basically call this one even at the moment.
That's too bad.
And call it more than even, especially considering there's still 3 players
Retreat!
down. Yes. They're not going to be able to contest this tier 2, and if they do, I don't see how they win it. Surging forward, they're also going to be able to mitigate it. They're going to be able to even it up, though, with the Gold Fury as well if they want.
Apollo, Kronos, and Fire Giant just make towers look like they're made out of Swiss cheese.
I mean, they have a Thor and a Vermana as well. They're crushing.
Just watch this. No minions, and this tower is going to go down in 3 seconds. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Tier 2 being looked at, but needs to be careful here. Barrage, they've got their full party available this time, and it won't be as easy as picking off a player one at a time. Atonement looking forward, but it's going to be out of the back line, finding 4 members in his own thing. I'm about to throw this up. Doesn't find a kill, but Watson does. Hydra in the back line, crushing through, and Gnome just trying to chase Barrage off of the rest of their team.
Duran's in trouble, and Gnome will confirm it. Watson, the only one left underneath the tower, like it, stuck between 2 engagements, can't decide what to commit to, and his indecision leads to the death of a teammate and the death of a tower. 14 all, we've evened things up, and Rival take the lead with the gold even
Watson.
more so. Down comes Headhunter, the Phoenix being looked at.
I mean, this just looks like everyday carry. They get a lead, and then it's just thrown away. That's going to be a double kill for Headhunter. Not a single player left alive
Titan.
for Barrage. This is going to be game 1 over to Rival.
A single play
Kanye
gives Rival
is a
enough
wonderful
juice
gift.
to just take away everything Barrage had spent
Your team has
25
destroyed a right
minutes
enemy
building.
tower.
Game 1 goes to Team Rival. Of course, it's a best of 3. Barrage have a chance to respond, but at the moment, that looked very strong from Rival.
It looked like everyday carry, right? They get a lead, not as massive a lead as EDC has over in North America before, but they just one misplay. That's all it takes. And
Your
Rival,
right
they're
tower
like,
is under
right?
attack.
No matter what happens, they always know what to do. The second, like you give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Right.
That's exactly what they did. Tier 2 is secured by Barrage on the right-hand side of the map, right? They surge forward. Both teams, they expend a lot trying to finish it off or in the team fight. Barrage secure it, though. They force most of Rival off.
Enemies
Rival
incoming
go
right!
towards the tower, take it,
Okay.
go back to base. Then they come back
sorry.
in, though, and the biggest problem is Watson stayed in the lane.
Yes.
I don't know what he was doing, but he stayed in the lane. Alexa stealing away a board. You have Lycan in the jungle off to the side by himself. And then once Watson's like, hey guys, I'm in trouble, he gets picked up, and then one at a time they start to fall because they get back into it, trying to keep him alive.
Just got a little bit separated, and that was kind of the story here for First Blood. We saw Watson get
Enemies incoming left! Enemies incoming right!
Delay on the wall, like you said. The dash came out way before that. We didn't get a chance
Enemies
to see the
in the
dash
left
being
lane.
used, but
Enemies
that
in
wall
middle lane.
Did he really just dash forward, waited a beat, and then put the wall right behind
Starbright.
Hydra or behind Watson? There was just no option for the Hades.
Let's take a look at Alexa, though, who's got it rolling early for Barrage with kind of the combos we expect. Here's the Arma monster kill where it's like, I don't really need it, but hey, we'll still take it anyway.
Overkill.
And then multiple times, I don't think he ever hit, you know, kind of an Arma monster or a monster, but just
Okay.
Killing spree.
Rush. A lot of combos coming out from the guys on Barrage. And, you know, it's funny, we're watching all of these highlights of the Barrage players. I think Barrage
That's too
played
bad.
the better game, and Rival played the better single team fight. The one team fight that it came down to. Rival was able to separate their opponents to two separate camps.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. That's the thing. Like, it wasn't even a single team fight. That's.
It was
I feel
spread
like.
out.
I feel like that's not the way. Fight 5v5. They're together.
Exactly.
They have the Hades. They have a lot of options to do kind of this massive Hades damage, but the problem is Watson just got caught.
I mean, you gotta look at Gnome as well. Gnome goes up in the big baby and he forces the enemy out, and all of a sudden now you have a
spree.
You have Gnome right here, and you've got half the team on this side, half the team on that side. And like you said, can Barrage fight Rival head-to-head? Probably. And Rival forces Barrage to die.
Like the hands all the time.
It's totally true.
Game 2 though, let's get into it. We'll see
Your
if
team has destroyed
Bye now.
the enemy.
answer back after Rival stole a win away from them.
Yes.
Barrage, first pick.
Man, this stuff is so exciting because Rival and Barrage are evenly matched.
Okay.
They've been in the finals.
Hey, you.
Sure, Rival has found the win most of the time, but
This isn't like Panthera
No.
stomping the opposition. Like Barrage is competitive them every
always
set.
a chance, which is
Anyone? Take it away. It's gonna be open as well. Locked
The all
by
fall
Barrage. Locked out by Barrage.
that's what Odin does. He locks
Locks
in.
you in.
That's why they locked him out.
And so one, he's going to be locked away, and Neath is actually locked in,
Yeah, there you go.
but not the Odin.
Enemies
No,
incoming
it's not
right.
the team.
How much do you think people hate us?
Take this jungle buff.
Depends on who you ask. Reddit, Twitch, 4chan, etc.
A mighty sword.
Twitter, if you want to do that. Actually, don't include Twitter. Athena will be selected along with Thor, so the globals still the flavor of
An enemy
right?
has been slain.
They might want to try.
Well, these teams like they
Look, a shooting star.
Big snap face.
and I think these teams, and then they're like,
He likes
An
it.
ally has been slain.
just like
Be
Barrage
right
here,
back.
they're not going to lock in the Hades in the second half. Instead, they're going to take the ball.
An ally has been slain.
Well, I think that's because players are a little bit more confident in their strategies. Whether it's
An
when
enemy
you lose the
has
game,
been
it's not
slain.
necessarily always because of whatever dumb
my
pick
way.
people are talking to you about. Maybe your dumb pick had a good strategy, a good idea, right? And you know, like I said, Barrage, I'm looking at that last game, Kevin. I'm like,
Yeah. Fire.
right?
Double
Got
kill.
separated at the end, but
Woods,
we
dear
beat
son.
them for the entire game. Why change it?
I mean, if Watson doesn't get caught, we're fine. And now,
Yeah.
Rival, they're actually going to lock in Scylla for themselves this time.
Yep.
So, no wombo combo for Barrage. They also locked in the Finnair as well, so instead of the knockoff.
No wombo combo out of Scylla, that's for sure. But you still have plenty of other burst mages, whether it's
Stay put.
Rod. I mean, you have a Fenrir. You could go the double dog and pick up Anubis.
And, you know, Ragnarok's skin. I'm just throwing it out there. It's an option.
The Monkey Band coming out from Barrage. Now, Sun Wukong is a character that we have seen a couple of times come out. Rival in the solo lane.
Take this
Just
jungle
like a
buff.
bunch of knockups. He's just an annoying backline disruptor.
Thank
It's
you.
honestly the Ox form, right? Without the Ox form,
No
you never
problem.
see
Okay.
Sun Wukong again. The Ox form just so good at disrupting a team
Yeah.
fight. A knockup on kind of that low of a cooldown and the fact that you can hit multiple people and charge through a team fight, it's just, it's unmatched.
The fact
Yeah.
that it's paired with Master's Will.
Be right
You get
now.
knocked up, and then when you land, you're
Nice job.
slowed. It's you just start batching your key.
And then the
Interesting
jingle bang on top,
choice.
right? It's like, sure, it's not going to burst you under the zero. What if some decent
Enemies
amount of
incoming
that adds
left.
up in the middle of an
Okay,
engagement?
that
Isis
was bad.
Geb taken away by Rival. First pick of the second phase of the draft here. Amaterasu locked in for Rival.
An enemy has been slain.
See me
Barrage fans Hades themselves. No hate.
A mighty sword.
But likely solely with a team rival.
An enemy has been slain. Unstoppable. Double kill.
Freya, so going to
Woods.
be, could be the Hunter
Woods.
role here.
Be right back.
Woods.
Neath in the mid lane,
Yes.
I would have to
Be
expect.
aware.
Freya in the mid, especially against a Thor Scylla, I only see death.
Yeah.
And the Freya is going to be paired with a Sobek, so good amount of protection, also a set of kills there. Although
We're making progress.
I would say
I
Your team has destroyed a right enemy Phoenix.
Freya's gonna. Man, Freya's one of my favorite characters. I gave a thumbs up. Freya's clear.
Defy.
Always been
My.
poor.
Okay.
Even if you max pulse.
An enemy has
Okay,
been slain.
okay.
In the world of throwing dagger.
magic.
I mean, pulse is
can't take much more. Okay,
Your
okay.
team has destroyed a right enemy
Have
Phoenix.
crazy push. He doesn't have to use his abilities on
An
the
enemy
way.
has been
so he's
slain.
able to use his abilities on Freya. I absolutely love the character, but it's going to be tough. We'll take a look where she winds up, and you see
Holding
Freya
stop.
on Chiron that confirms that it'll be in the hunter position. So we'll have
Get
to watch
off
what
of
Freya
An enemy
does
has
in
been
long
slain.
field here.
Attack
An
fire
An ally
giants.
has been slain.
Because you look, Duran, right, looking at a support as well, Awe. I mean, if Hydra comes crashing down, he's going to be immune to those knockups and Berserker's Barrage. Also, I'm a monster. right?
Killing spree.
Up in that. Gerard, there's
Woo!
a startup
Yeah!
with Valkyrie's Ascension, right? When you ult, so
Nice job.
as you're going up in the air, I'm monster can
No!
hit you until you're at the peak of that.
So
which
sorry.
means it's very possible to just die. And with Freya's health pool, and the fact that she doesn't really build any HP items, I mean, late game, Atomi can honestly just one-shot you, like no setup. That's
I mean,
it.
you can
They might
You
want
have
to
slain
try
an enemy.
strategy.
my ultimate. I'm actually 100% serious. It's that delay going up into the ult is a little bit troublesome. We'll see. Again,
Attack
definitely
by a
just wanna
giant.
look at where Geron.
Okay.
Now, if you take a look at
Attack by a giant, by a
you'll be able to
giant,
see
by
this
a
in a
giant.
second, but Neath is
No.
building on that
Attack
same
by a
setup,
giant.
which is something that I have been. That's just a classic build. Especially in the
Roots.
is a hunter by name, but a mage by playstyle.
Hey, so
And
I'll
she
be
wants to use her
back in a
Okay.
minute.
The argument against
Take this jungle buff.
Okay.
and in favor
Okay.
of jungle buff dagger.
Okay.
On characters
Okay.
that are
Take
almost
this jungle
completely
buff.
basic attack oriented,
Take
or
this jungle
ability
buff.
oriented, is the fact that not the lucky crit, but that you can save your abilities for the fight on the player. But even with that in mind, if you're playing mid, I want to see those abilities chunk. I want to see your AoE explosions off the circles on the ground, the weaves really come out. And so the Transcendence build for Alexim, I think, is, in my personal opinion,
Yeah.
Alexim's going to be able to secure the left-hand side front, speaking of him. Right, rival, they're going to quickly recognize that Barrage
Wipe out! Immortal!
getting over securing the fire elementals, but they're going to be a little bit late to this, and two minions actually have already fallen, and Watson's going to be soloing pretty early on.
You have slain
Like I
an
said,
enemy.
he's done a pretty good job recently of managing to keep Watson in check, but not this game.
that's one stark difference between these two characters, Romana and Amaterasu. Romana does a lot of damage early, and Amy doesn't. And I think there was just a little overestimation.
I mean, Amaterasu loses every single soul lane matchup, basically, right? It's just a farm fest until you can get to the mid game and then one-shot the wave with your shield. And then after that, just be this auras and stun and silences and slows. Oh my god, I hate her.
I mean, you're almost Amaterasu does have a of her own, right? But large contribution to the team fight winds up being that of Bard, where she just comes through and provides a lot of positive reinforcement through buffs and stuff like that. Her control is an ultimate.
Oh, you said positive reinforcement, and I thought you were gonna go like the way of just like she just says nice things about you, right? It's like the guy in VGS, right? You have the people who like when they get mad, right? You steal their buff, like, you know, thanks. It's like instead like